Hi everyone, and welcome to another super exciting edition of C4. Let's meet the teams. It's Xu, Qing, Duo. Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good.
You're looking very smart, but very casual at the same time. I notice you've got quite a few buttons undone.
Probably preparing for this show.
You remind me of a much sexier Asian Richard Gere. We
Thank
like
you.
that. And you're sitting next to the very flushed Amy. How are you today?
I'm well, how are you?
Are you especially well because you're sitting next to Asian Richard Gere?
Of course.
Okay, keep the hamsters at bay. Okay, let's move to the right where we have Stuart Wiggin. You're making a return after so long away, aren't you?
Back.
Where have you been?
In the UK.
Oh, okay, you've been enjoying your time at home?
Yeah, it was good.
Are you happy to be back though?
Yeah.
Okay, we're suitably happy as well. Okay, and joining you is Jing Jing, hello!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
You look very golden today. Have you done that on purpose?
Yeah, because Stuart is back.
Okay, you look like the top of a lighthouse that is in a chair. Anyway, let's move on to the first story, please. Okay, what is the relevance of these weird-looking robots? Unfortunately, Stuart Wiggin, your first show back, you were too slow. You've lost it. Okay, it is Amy.
This is a restaurant run by robots.
Okay, well, it's not run by robots because that would be like the Terminator. Yes.
Robots order diners and they cook, they deliver food.
You said they order diners.
They alter.
Alter?
They
Stuart Wiggin,
alter.
could you translate for
They
your...
take orders from
Oh,
diners.
they take orders. There we go. Okay. Study a lao law. Okay. What else do these robots do, Stuart Wiggin?
They entertain the diners.
In what way?
They sing, apparently. I don't know what they sing. They also say, when the diners come in, they say, greetings, earthlings, welcome to Robot Diner.
That is quite nice, the way you've twisted that. They actually open their arms and say, Earth person, hello, welcome to the robot restaurant.
So they are from the space?
Apparently so. They got picked up on one of those last Tiangong missions. But what about you, Qingduo? Would you ever eat at this delightful restaurant not run by, no, operated by robots?
Right. I guess so. If you are first time, say, in that city, probably want to have a try.
Do you know which city it is? Yes.
Harbin.
Okay, let's go over to Dominic Swire, who just got back from... Oh, no, he's not here. Okay, nobody can talk about Harbin. Anyone been there?
Not been.
I've been there.
Ooh.
Not been Harbin. You need to brush up on your comedy. It's almost like Dominic Swire is here. Okay. Jing Jing, this restaurant cost 5 million yuan because each robot apparently costs between 200 and 300,000 yuan. Would you invest in a project like this?
I mean, if I did enough research and I'm sure that it will make a lot of money, I will.
Old Mr. Laolaw, your boss, he's interested in technology. Do you think he might secretly be developing a robot?
He might.
To replace you! Because it can download English and not make any mistakes.
Then
okay.
he has to reconsider that. 'Cause
Reconsider
I think I
indeed.
Could do a better
Amy,
job.
hello.
Hi.
What about you? Are you excited by the concept of eating at a robot restaurant?
Kind of, yeah. I definitely would go to Harbin just to eat at this restaurant.
Okay, but what would happen, for example, if the robots became self-aware, like Skynet in the Terminator, and actually went on a killing spree and shoved the Gung Bao Ji Ding in your face? Gung Bao Ji Ding in the face! Okay, and you haven't even got lenses to protect your eyes. You'd be blinded by peanuts. What would you do? Mental robots?
I guess I would try to duck and cover.
Oh, duck and cover. That's how you defeated nuclear apocalypses in America, isn't it? Duck and cover. Very good. Stuart Wiggin.
I would rather go to the robot restaurant in Shandong, which has robots from Star Wars.
They just look like robots from Star
Do they?
Wars. This is China, so they didn't buy
I was
the
hoping
rights.
that C3PO would actually hand me a burger.
A burger. But he's so small, you'd have to lean down, wouldn't you? And he'd be dragging along the floor.
C3PO's the gold guy.
Because, like, when it... What?
C3PO is the gold guy.
Oh, I'm thinking of R2-D2.
Yeah.
The C3PO is the one like, hello.
What a loser. You don't know your droids.
Oh, silly me. Although your partner Jing Jing looks a little like C3PO
Yeah.
in her gold outfit. Darling.
Yes.
What do you want to say?
Did. I would like to say that it would never happen because if the scientists are, capable of developing these robots in the first place,
They have.
They were able to, have, countermeasures to, solve this problem.
What problem?
The problem of this robot's takeover or invasion.
Okay.
Is that a serious question? Oh.
She's taking it seriously, that's for sure. But, Qingduo, you are Chinese, aren't you?
Yes.
I have to say, during my many years in China, I've noticed that Chinese customer service in restaurants is often quite poor. If they get something wrong, they just laugh at you nervously. We dropped your food. One time, I had lu dou tang in a restaurant. That's the mung bean soup. You know that because you're Chinese. You know it too because you speak good Chinese. It's mung bean soup, Amy.
Yeah, thanks.
And what happened was there was a big fly in it. I said to the boss, "There's a fly in my soup." He picked up the bowl, took out the fly, flicked it away against a wall, and gave it back to me. Poor show. But do you think these robots will do a better job of customer service?
I would say so. I would expect them to do a better job than they say, common waiter or waitress over there.
Would you tip a robot?
How? In what
Yeah,
way?
how do you tip a robot?
Oil.
Got to be creative.
Battery.
Insert a battery. There we go. See, Jing Jing's thought about this. Study at Lao Law. Amy, I want to know from you, would you like a friend robot? Like Paulie in Rocky IV?
Oh, yeah, of course I'd like a friend robot, but I think I'd have to lock him away at night because I wouldn't trust him when I'm sleeping.
Oh, that reminds me of a film with Julie Christie called Demon Seed, where she was impregnated by a crazy computer. Stuart Wiggin, you don't have many friends. Would you like a robot friend?
Yeah.
Would you like it to look like a robot, or would you like it to have a humanoid appearance?
I'd like it to look like a Star Wars droid, actually.
Okay.
That would probably be the best one.
We'll see if we can arrange that for you
Please
on
do.
CRI's budget. I'm afraid it'll only be that big. Anyway, let's move on to the next story, please. Okay, what's the relevance of this jolly cartoon? Oh, it's so funny, Stuart.
Is this about product placement?
Stuart Wiggin, you've read the notes. You're much better than Dominic Swire. What is this product placement all about?
I think it's a certain golden arched restaurant.
Very true. When I said you were better than Dominic Swire, she looked at me like she wanted to bash my head in with a sledgehammer. Do you
Why
miss
would I
him?
do that?
Because you miss Dominic Swire.
Or you know that I'm better.
Your eyes don't lie, Jingers. Okay, so McDonald's has apparently been advertising in student textbooks. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, some students complained that their textbooks had these advertisements in them, and so the textbook company actually said they were going to remove them and, I don't know, be better in the future.
You don't know. That was the most important detail. But this was a pupil from Fuzhou Experimental Primary School in the city of somewhere.
How old was this kid?
He was apparently in the 4th grade. Since I'm not American, I'm going to have to go to Amy.
8?
8.
Okay.
That's a
Or 9?
rather anally retentive kid
I have
to
a strong
complain
feeling
about
his
this.
parents probably did it because they wanted some freebies from McDonald's.
Do you think
but
so?
That's not a fact. That's just my cynical guess. Qingduo, do you think that the Beijing Normal University Press is to blame for this?
I think so. I think, people working there, some of them probably have agreed with the restaurant to have their, placement
Do you
in
think
the
so?
textbook.
Okay.
I think it was more innocent, just like, it's the most popular one.
Oh, it depends on the concrete situation, right?
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
I think it's genius.
What's genius?
This is an untapped market for marketing.
Okay. Do you think that we should try and get C4 into kids' textbooks?
We definitely should without you.
Study at Lao Law! There we go! We can have Lao Law textbooks containing pictures of C4. What
Yeah.
a great idea. And my hair is going crazy today. It's so exciting. Oh.
Within appropriate
Oh,
lesson
yes.
content. Within appropriate lesson content.
Inappropriate, there we go, because later we're going to be talking about sex. Very naughty. But anyway, Jingers, McDonald's is very popular with children anyway. Do you think it has any effect if they put it in a textbook or not? Because kids are going to go anyway, aren't they?
Well, if this piece of ad is in there, the teacher can just tell the kids it's junk food, don't eat it. I mean, I don't understand why people are making a fuss about it. I mean, you can put good brand in there, like, I don't know, Apple.
No, no, we don't advertise on this show. Don't buy Apple because they didn't give us any money. You can give us some money if you want, doesn't matter.
See, that's my point. I mentioned Apple because it
Again.
fits my content with things that I want to say. It
Have you got a
helps me
secret
make my
deal with Apple
point.
to talk about them on C4? Qingduo, let me just get to the bottom of this
That's
because there's
totally,
some
that's
corruption
totally,
going on here.
It
Tindor
does have
wants to
something.
plug,
It does have
Huawei.
something with a placement like that.
What do you want to talk about, Qingduo? Your shoes or jeans?
Yeah, ad placement in the textbook is simply wrong. No country will do that.
Okay, but Qingduo, you host a show that is semi-serious, the Today Show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, semi. Now, would you
bit.
ever promote anything, any product on your show if you were offered money?
We often criticize them.
Oh, naughty indeed. But if I was from a company, for example, let me make up a company, Coca-Cola. Okay, I came along and I said, Qingduo, I'm going to pay you 100 yuan, which is probably double your monthly salary at CRI. Would you please mention me on the radio? Would you do it?
Well, it's a different context. The textbook is different from shows, right?
That is very true. They are admittedly different. One's on paper, one's on radio.
Well, actually, I would
Great
say
stuff.
it's the opposite. It's okay in a textbook because there's no obligation to, present the facts or to be objective, but you are a broadcaster, so your job is to not fall victim to.
Yeah, but
Hold
what,
on, he's a broadcaster in China.
But what isn't
Oh,
a
right,
product? You
okay.
can't, like, I couldn't mention. If I was doing a sports story, I couldn't mention Manchester United because that's a product,
They are a
right?
brand, aren't
they're
they?
a brand, so it's quite hard.
Right.
Okay. Well, why do you think, Jingers, as a Chinese lady or girl, not yet a woman, why do you think that I confused myself there. Why do you think McDonald's is so popular, and KFC as well, with the youth of today in China?
Because as a matter of fact, they are tasty, and they have a lot of toys and stuff that come with food.
Do you eat McDonald's just so you can collect the toys?
When I was little, yeah,
Okay. How little?
6, 7 years
Okay.
old.
So that must have been like about 18, 20 years ago, right? When McDonald's was purely a middle-class
Nice
place.
try.
Okay, there we
Nice
go.
try.
I know how old she is. Secret. Okay, Amy, what about in America? Are you allowed to advertise things in schools like McDonald's and stuff like that? Unhealthy food.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Where are you
But
from, Amy?
Actually, McDonald's sponsors like a lot of events in
Yeah.
school. So yeah, I guess you must be able to.
I heard they're giving away books in England now. Instead of toys.
That's boring. Who would have a Happy Meal with a book?
Okay, some people that are interested in expanding their minds instead of their bellies. Put
Yeah.
your belly away.
In the UK,
Yes.
I remember Snickers
Yep.
used to sponsor kids' football teams. What's Snickers in China? 士力架, right? So
士力架.
Snickers were
It
on
used to be
football
called
teams.
Marathon Bar when we were young.
Well, no, no, when you were young, maybe.
That's like 40 years ago.
Study it loud.
That's it.
Oh, that's the end. Okay, well, let's move on to the next story, please. A picture of space. What is the relevance of this? Who wants to buzz in? Amy tried to buzz in and then did it properly the second time. Good job. What is going on in this delightful picture of the moon and stars?
The Chinese government has announced that they are going to launch 16 space launches this year.
That is a lot of space launches. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think
Moving
so.
on, Qingduo, what do you think about the constant launches into space? Because they're going to be sending a lunar module up to go and ride over the moon. What's the point of doing it if other countries did it decades ago?
Well, they do it differently, and they don't
Well,
share the
badly.
technology.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to do it by yourself so as to master the technology.
Okay. Oh, yes, Jingers.
I don't think we should.
That's the problem with you.
I don't think we should compare with other countries. We are making progress.
Okay, I would just like to salute. Well done, China's space program. Qingduo, you are a brave young man. You work at CRI. Would you ever go into space if they said, we need a journalist to go, Qingduo, today is your day? Ironic, because he hosts the Today Show.
Up to that task.
You would do it?
Yes?
Let's go and see if our Western counterpart, Stuart Wiggin, would do it. Would you go into space?
No, I don't think I could stand the G-force.
Why not? You've got a very thin neck. It might come off.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
You've got a good enough neck for space. You could do it. You could be the first Laolor teacher in space. Okay? They sent the Americans sent some teachers into space, didn't they?
It didn't go well for
It
them.
ended badly, didn't it? Okay, that's not all tears. Okay, but Qingduo, tell us a little bit more about how Chinese people feel about this new space race, China going into space all the time.
Well, I would say mostly the Chinese public feels proud of that because it's a huge progress. It's only the third country to launch a human being basically in the space after US and Russia. So that's something for the Chinese people, and but not everybody agrees with the project. There's some distant opinions. People think differently. They think it's cost of a lot of GDP figure there, but not really improving my living standard.
When you started talking about GDP, I got a little bit confused. It was like being back at school. Jing, talking of schools, study at Laolor. Would you ever go into space?
Yes, I would.
To escape from this show?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Oh, I took away her
That's a
joke
major
there.
reason.
What other reasons, smaller reasons do you have?
To get rid of some so-called friends and who is also on the show.
Leave Stuart Wiggin alone, okay? Let's move over to you now that she's insulted you like that. Stuart, do you think that China launching 16 rockets this year is a response to the Curiosity rover on Mars?
No, I don't think so. If it's part of a space race, it's part of an Asian space race, because India are involved, South Korea are involved, Japan are involved.
Very true.
Also, the Chinese government launches these things on national holidays, usually, or around national holidays. So there's another,
So the country can come together.
Yeah.
It like brings everyone together in brave, patriotic union.
That's part of it.
Okay, well, another salute there. Amy, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think it would solve China's population problem if we could blast a lot of people off into space?
Well, I guess that's one way to do it.
Don't agree
What do
with
you
that.
mean?
That's against all human rights.
What do you mean by?
Oh, no.
Well,
Okay.
it is one solution.
It is indeed
It's
a
not
solution.
an ethical solution. But
It's
it is
not
a
the final
solution.
solution.
Oh,
though.
don't you start that now. Okay.
Well, exactly. I think so. I think like the human beings' exploration on Earth. Some people have a think about like the settlement for human beings on Earth or Mars, right?
We were talking about growing vegetables on Mars a few weeks ago, weren't we?
Yeah, marrows
Were you here?
specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, talking about marrows on Mars. Fascinating. But oh yeah,
But who would be the first batch of explorers?
it would be the C4 team. Okay,
Yeah.
and
It
we
would either
make sure
be-
that Dominic Swire was with you in space.
It would either be very, very rich people or criminals, I think. But it would
Criminals?
either be a punishment or a
But rich
an
people don't want to
award.
take the risk.
some people
They
do.
might
Some
die.
rich people
Yeah,
do.
some rich people like Richard Branson.
Richard Branson.
He takes his like balloon everywhere, doesn't he? Chingduo, final question. If people asked you to take part in a fake documentary, there was a film called Capricorn 1. It was a conspiracy thriller from the 70s where they faked the moon landings. Would you take part as a journalist in a faked moon landing?
Well, probably I would say no.
Why?
It's not real.
But you'd
Wait,
know.
hold on, no! We found a journalist at CRI with integrity. Close up on
Real
Qinghua.
journalist,
Close
right?
up on Qinghua. There we go. Look at that. That's the face of integrity.
There's a halo.
There we go. We'll add a halo later. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Anyway, let's move on to the next story, please. Okay, what's the relevance of these little tiny children? No wonder you buzzed in, Stuart Wiggin. What's going on here?
So this is like a special marriage ceremony, like a group
Indeed.
ceremony
A
as
group-
well.
It's not like the Moonies. Don't get excited about that. Let's go over to the real newsman. Yes, Qingduo, tell us what's going on here.
I think it's a kindergarten part of the activity in the local kindergarten in Henan province.
That is
They hold
absolutely right. You're doing well.
Yeah, collective wedding for the kids.
You've just repeated what Stuart said, but you did give us some fresh details, so well done. No prizes, but well done. Amy,
Yes.
would you like to say something about these? You thought they were Is that what you want to say?
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
That would be the American response. Okay. Stuart Wiggin, what about the British response?
This is poor taste.
It's wrong, it's sick and wrong. Do you think, Jing Jing, that having little kids pretend to marry each other overly sexualizes children?
I don't think so. I think if they do it properly, it's a good idea.
Do it properly. How does one marry 6-year-olds properly?
It's more like a game.
A bit of a game? Would you marry Stuart Wiggin for a game?
I wouldn't mind that if I were, little.
You wish you could marry Dominic Swire, don't you, eh? Oh, she's gone all red now. Qingduo, if there were your kids at this kindergarten, would you allow them to get fake married? Oh no, your kid is China. One child. Would you allow that child, one child, to get married?
No,
Why not?
not at the 6.
Not at the age of 6. 7's okay, is it?
I think it's weird actually.
Okay, go into details about the weirdness.
They say it's for the development, for the kids' development. I just don't see it. Where is the point? It's pointless to say this is a wedding ceremony. This is not about the marriage. They say they want to have kids have a sense of marriage at the year of 6 to have some sense of marriage.
What did you say? The kids have to have sex?
The director,
No, they don't do that.
the
no.
director of the kindergarten
Yes.
actually said that
Director Lee,
after they got married, they had a bigger sense of responsibility.
a sense of responsibility indeed.
And they were more open.
What? Pipe down now.
They say after this activity, they will know women can be moms, men can be daddies. I think they know that every day when they get home, right?
That is very true, Qingduo. You've spotted a flaw in this kindergarten's plan. Amy, if a little child said to you, "Where do babies come from?" how would you explain?
Well, there's a stork who has a big factory full of babies.
Oh, I was wondering what you're like. A stork. It's got a really big what?
Factory full of babies.
Factory. There we go. Okay.
And he takes one and wraps it up and brings it to a new mommy and daddy.
You're stupid. Okay, Stuart Wiggin, do you think that this would fly in England?
I don't think so. Although a lot of the parents here agree, were happy to do it after they'd been guaranteed that the marriage was not binding.
Okay, it's not the Middle East, so it doesn't count. Amy, do you think that it's okay just because it's cute?
Kind of.
So,
Well, okay, maybe not okay, but it is really cute.
It's like one of those beauty pageants. Do you like those?
No, but I
What,
have
child
watched Toddlers
pageants?
and
Yeah,
Tiaras.
child pageants, I mean, sorry.
what's Toddlers and Tiaras?
It's a reality TV show about those beauty pageants for like 6-year-olds, and it's actually kind of awful. So
Is that what the Honey Boo Boo thing is?
Oh,
yes,
Honey Boo Boo.
she was one of the contestants, I think, on one of these pageants. Yeah.
Okay. Is Honey Boo Boo a normal name for an American?
Yeah, of course. We're all named something boo boo.
Okay, thank you for that, Amy Boo Boo. Okay, have you done anything embarrassing when you were a child? Something that maybe you regret, Jing Jing? Nothing illegal, just something cute and funny.
Not that I can recall.
Okay, there was one time when you came to work with glasses and they didn't have any lenses in. Study at Lao. Anyway, Stuart, what about you? You must have some embarrassing times from last year.
Yeah, lots. Too many to mention, and I think it's time to go to the next story.
You don't want to? Well, there is no other story. This is the last story. So either you give an anecdote or you go away.
From last year?
Or any year,
year.
Stuart. You've been alive many decades.
I
Although you look 12.
don't know, I was a pretty boring child. I didn't get up to much.
What about that dyeing your hair
I
purple?
wasn't a child. I dyed my hair purple when I was about 15. It looked terrible.
Right, this is one thing I'm going to tell you. If you're going to talk about it in rehearsals and not talk about it on stage, don't mention it! Okay, Xinghua, I'm sure you've never had any embarrassing incidents because you are full of integrity, as we learnt earlier. But there must be one dark secret in your cupboard. Let it
really
out of
dark-
the closet,
Dark
Xinghua.
secret. I think when I was 6 or 7 years old, I took a picture, wearing this police uniform for kids.
Didn't some
back,
girl get
very
arrested for that
embarrassed, yeah.
online?
Adorable.
Posing as a police officer?
Not like this,
But
when-
you didn't put it online.
Tut tut.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, well, Xinghua is now going to be escorted to a labour camp. Amy, let's end with you.
All right. When I was about 6, I tucked the back of my dress into my tights in church, and then had to go up and sing in front of everybody. That was probably one of my most
So
embarrassing.
everybody in church saw
Saw
your
my underpants.
buttocks. Oh, okay. I wish I was in that church. Anyway, let's wrap it up now. Qingduo, did you have a delightful time?
I do.
Okay. It feels like this shoot has gone on forever. What about you, Amy?
Yeah, good
Okay.
time.
Happy face. Okay. Stuart Wiggin, first show back. Happy?
Very happy.
Okay. It's much more fun than China Talks, because that's rubbish. Not true. And finally, Jingers. More fun than being at Laoluo?
Yeah, definitely.
Study at Laoluo! Okay, if you want to follow the show online, the Weibo's down below. And if you want to email in about anything, that's also down below. And we'll see you next week for more C4. Bye for now.
Bye.